Alright, we're back with more Pokemon XD Hardcore Nuzlocke, and this should be the last episode for the Nuzlocke series regarding Pokemon XD at least. And so far, we are deathless. We've conquered, what, how many fights has it been? 10? Something like that. 10 fights, thereabout, without losing any Pokemon, but it's time to try and work our way up, grind our teams up for the final boss of the game, Greevil. Also, how you doing, Nick? Alright, let me really quick pull up the streams. Okay, there we go. Awesome stuff. Supplat times 2. Incredible. Alright, so officially the final team that we're gonna run, I'm not gonna put them all on at the moment. 3 of them are already on the team. So it's gonna be Ursaring, Golduck, Glalie, and then Electabuzz once we evolve Elekid, Shiftry, and Electra. That's going to be the final 6 Pokemon I'm going to bring with me for the final boss. And there's a chance that we do the fight deathless, but it's not likely, right? I would kind of put it, you know, if I had to approximate, I'd say probably around 15 to 25% chance that we do it deathless. But hopefully we get through it without dying. We'll see. Also, hey Hart, how you doing? Hold on one second. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so for now, I'm gonna keep Sandslash on the team because he's gonna be nice, or she's gonna be nice for leveling up Elekid later. It's the last episode of this anime season. Let's go. Heck yeah. Hopefully we can bring it home. There's a chance. There's a chance we do it deathless. What I'm planning on doing, though, is... So, if we don't do the fight deathless, I'm going to make a save state right before the fight. And I will see how long it takes me to do the fight deathless. Just so that everyone knows how hard this is to do and how much luck has to go your way. I will prove it to you by putting myself through the torture of playing until I do it deathless. Obviously it doesn't count, even if I do the fight deathless. It doesn't count for the actual run. But just for the sake of science, I want to see how long it would take. So anyway, let's put Shiftry on, and I'll update the team. So Sandslash we're going to keep on the team for now. And, yeah, let's put Elekid in the lead slot. And I'll save the game. And let me update the team. Alright. So we took out Mawile. Mawile, let's swap you out for Elekid. That'll be Electabuzz at some point, but you know, I think Elekid evolves at 30. I believe that is true. So gonna be a little bit before we get there. Not, I think he's level 28 right now though. And then who else did I swap? Hariyama. Swapped you out for Shiftry. Shiftry, my man, my goat. I went to bat for him earlier in the playthrough. Everyone wrote him off, or her off. Everyone said Shiftry's not a good Pokemon. Why would you pick that over Sfeel and Flaffy and Houndour? This is why. Because here we are. What happened? What? Stop posting. Wait, what? What happened? Anyway, damn a Nightbot, yeah. Your username is honestly not that high tier. I'd rate it bot tier. Found a list of Mount Battle trainers. It's a bit late for it though, I guess. Oh. Does it have like their movesets? Because that's what I couldn't find. I couldn't find moveset. Like I know what Pokemon they have. What I don't know is what moves they have. Like, I think the only ones I could find information about movesets was the area leaders. I can find that stuff. It does? Oh, shoot. All right. Well, that's incredible information to know. That unfortunately, it is really late in the run. But yeah, that's incredible. Because that's the only thing I couldn't find out. Was what movesets the AI had in Mount Battle. All right, well, either way. So we have to start, as we always do, we have to start with grinding. Elekid is a traded Pokemon, so it will gain experience at a much faster rate than other Pokemon do. So it shouldn't take as long to level up Elekid, even though it's 28 right now, and that sounds horrible for grinding. I think we have a decent grind spot, and you know, having it hold experience share with the trade boost, helping it out like that, it should go really quick. We do have to EV train it a little bit first, but that won't be too bad. Well, Cerebi had it on the Gale of Darkness subpage. Thanks for pointing it out. I missed the self-dialogue introduction. all I was saying is that we are going to beat the game today. That is 100% going to happen, but there is some stuff we have to take care of first. Obviously, we got to get everyone up to 50, and we got to make sure the movesets are good. We'll have to pre-burn or poison Ursaring again. And then, despite all of that, there's only, I would say, I don't know what the exact chance. It's hard to come up with the exact odds because like there's all sorts of ways the battle can go. Like anyway, I would say my best guess is somewhere between 15 to 25% that we do the fight deathless. But regardless if I do it deathless or not, I'm going to make a save state beforehand, and I will put myself through that final fight until I get a deathless run, just for the sake of showing it off, showing off like how you could do a deathless run. Obviously, it doesn't count. The first try is the only one that counts, but just in case I don't get it the first time, I'll put myself through the torture of doing it over and over again until I get it. Anyway, let's buy, I think I just need one. I'll double check. Arcalo and XD, the only games where being a traded Pokemon doesn't have any downside because there's no badge system. I would think so. I don't fully know that, but yeah, I think so. Because I don't believe Zapron can disobey you, and there's also 3 other trades that you can do in like for duking. I don't believe they can disobey. I think the disobey mechanic was moved to, you know, the Pokemon being in hyper mode, at least for Coliseum, right? Although Reverseman I don't think has that. Anyway, I need to teach Protect to Elekid, and I need to make sure everyone else who needs Protect has it. We're not selling cars here. We don't give guarantees. Yeah, it's definitely not guaranteed. I mean, Greevil... Greevil's fight was made with the intention to trip you up, right? Regardless of how good you are at the game. Even speedrunners who dedicate their entire lives to figuring this game out, they can't come up with a good enough strategy to... I think the win rate for them, I believe, is 65%, which is better than what it is here, admittedly, but it's still not even close to guaranteed. Alright, so Let's check the movesets. Shift Tree, I'm not going to teach Protect to. We don't need Protect on Shift Tree, and obviously Sandslash isn't going to be on the final team. Everyone else, Earthring doesn't need it. Who else? Who's the last? Electrode. I think Electrode already knows Protect, so I think we're good there. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure all we got to do right now is we just got to grind up Elekid and the rest of the gang to level 50, and also do some EV training on Elekid. Won't take too long, promise you. Promise you. Will not take too long. I would predict the EV training will be about 30 some minutes to get through. And then the level grinding hopefully doesn't take too long, but we'll see, because you know, I don't really fully know how long it's going to take everything. It's hard to predict when I went to the wrong area. We are eventually going to go here for training up speed, but right now we don't need to be here. All right. Let's go to Phenac City. We have a whole bunch of money because fighting Re-6, like, you know, for what, 2 hours straight last session got us like probably dang near close to 80,000 Poké Dollars. So here we are. Look at this absolute wad of cash we got going in here. We're going to buy a whole bunch of Carbos. We're going to buy 10 of them to be exact. And then what else do I need? I need 4 iron. And 3 HP up. And there goes all my money. Oh wait, I just needed 2 because I already had 1 on me. Well, whatever. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. I don't need to buy anything else from here on. I can also sell things if I ever did need money. So we're going to use the Carbos all on Zaprong the Elekid. Want to increase its speed to be unfathomably high. They'll never address why rematchable trainers have an infinite supply of prize money. I don't know. They must be paid a generous amount to be able to throw money away like that constantly. Just an infinite supply of wealth. Alright, and then the iron have to go to Shift Tree. I will explain why the iron and HP ups are good for Shift Tree, but all you need to know is that they're not guaranteed to actually save Shift Tree from what I'm using it for. Alright, yeah, okay. Awesome stuff. They're all good. Exhausting, unfortunately. The weather's been too hot and lots of work shifts in the heat, but other than that, alright. Oh, jeez. Sorry to hear about that, Art. It's been pretty hot over here, too. Although, I don't think it's been nearly as hot as it is for you, probably. Alright, so we're going to go to Agate Village. This is where we're going to start the EV training at. I've always thought the HP ups and iron and zinc are useless vitamins. Definitely they're pretty pricey, and so that probably wards a lot of people off from actually using them, but they're very valuable. They're even more useful in like generation 1 and 2, because back then like there was a whole different system for how effort values worked. It was basically like the stat experience system, if you've ever heard of that. And I believe using, because you can only use a maximum of 10 vitamins on a Pokemon, right? And I believe using 10 vitamins on a Pokemon in Gen 1 or 2 gave them effectively like 160 some effort values. It's something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a lot more. And also back in Gen 1 and 2, you could get like max effort value investment in every single stat, which was incredible. I also need to teach Elekid Thunderbolt too. Because you just want to attack, special attack, and speed effort values. For this game, definitely attack, special attack, and speed is probably the most important. Because bulk Bulk doesn't matter as much in this game since every shadow Pokemon has a way to wall break you with, you know, super effective shadow moves. But if this was like a single battle game, or if it was like how Coliseum worked, defense would actually be pretty useful. Pretty useful. Like Umbreon in Coliseum was really, really good, but Umbreon in XD, no, it's not that good, unfortunately. The heat makes people crazy. Good for business, bad for sleep. True. Yeah, I cannot sleep when it's too hot. Like, it's gotten so bad, like, these days, whenever I sleep, like, I don't even, like, I just have, like, the comforter. You know, that's the only thing I sleep with. I don't sleep with anything else. All right. I have the matcha brace on Elekid, right? I didn't forget that. Yeah, okay, we're good. The matcha brace would be really cool if when you used a vitamin on them, you got double the effort value gain. That would be kind of cool. A nice hidden feature. Also, I forgot to mention, I mentioned last stream when I was going into Eldest that I had 2 plans that I was like debating between picking for like the strategy I would go with. I ultimately ended up going with the plan where I led with Mawile and Ursaring, and then I, you know, swapped Mawile for Hariyama to set up Fake Out on Salamence, right? That whole thing. The other plan, though, it would have been really interesting, but I didn't want to do it because I wouldn't have a contingency plan if that, like, 1 in 1,000 chance would have gone wrong, right? So, the other plan was to have Glalie and Ursaring lead, and Glalie would be holding a Macho Brace to lower its speed, like have its speed stat. Ursaring would one-shot Manectric, and then Glalie would Ice Beam the incoming Salamence and one-shot it. It would have been faster, but it would have been more risky because then, like, you know, if Ninjask gets like that Silver Wind boost, right, you know, or crits, or both, right, a lot of bad things could happen from there because now Mawile wasn't on the field to get the Intimidate off. So, anyway, that's why I ended up not going with that plan, but that was a consideration at first. I just wanted to throw that out there because I thought that would have been a cool plan. An interesting use of an item that normally has a big drawback, but you actually can use it for your advantage to make sure that Glalie goes last in turn order and is able to get that kill on Salamence. Anyway. Imagine how bored competitive would be if you could raise the Pokemon stats infinitely like in Mystery Dungeon. Oh my god. Yeah. Running around with your absolutely cracked Wurmple taking over the world. Mystery Dungeon's an awesome game though. I absolutely adore those games. XD is about all-out offense, especially if you aren't catching many shadow Pokemon. It really is true. It really is true, because, like, there are situations where you can pivot. Like, obviously, I did that in the Eldest fight. I did that in the Ardos fight, too, right? I found opportunities to pivot my Pokemon around. But with shadow Pokemon just being such an absolute pain in the butt, yeah, it is... It's hard to find those opportunities, right? That's the main issue. If Eldest was in Gen 8, he'd definitely have an Eldegoss. Mirabee, he's appearing when... watch him be at Rilgum Tower. Let's see this. My #1 hater. No, it's Pirate Town. Are we going to see any Mystery Dungeon runs on stream? Not in the, like, near future, but I wouldn't rule it out. I do love Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I have seen that there are, like, randomizers for it, so I might check it out one day and absolutely be terrible at it because it's been so long since... Well, I've played DX. When did DX come out? Was that, like 8 years ago? Or something? I think it was something like that, like 8 years ago. It was around when the Switch came out, like, you know, like a year or so after the Switch came out, I think. I can't remember. But either way, that was the last time I played Mystery Dungeon. I haven't played Mystery Dungeon since DX. The randomizers are hilarious. I would recommend it for streaming. Yeah, I have been interested to check it out. Because I've seen a couple of clips. And it can be pretty debaucherous. It's awesome. If I were to do it though, it would definitely be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky. That is like the best one. I love that game. Like, Explorers of Sky legitimately made me cry multiple times. I agree, would love to see Mr. Dungeon Rando. Yeah, I'll have to set that up some point. Right now, there are 2 playthroughs that I am going to do next. The first one is Bug Fables, the second one is to be announced when we get there. And then after that, yeah, we'll talk about it, because there's also like the Grand Coliseum ROM hack, the XG ROM hack that we talked about doing. So there will be a lot of things that I'll have to figure out which one I want to do first. But it's pretty exciting to have that much to do. Yes. Explorers of Sky is hands down one of my favorite games. It's great. Story is fantastic. Like, it's dark enough that they got away with putting it in the kids game, but it's not too dark to the point where it would like traumatize anybody, right? Which is fantastic. How are you today? I'm doing good. How are you, Brett? Grand Coliseum and XG are both brutal. Yes. I would not be nuzlocking these games. Let me just reiterate that. At least for the first playthrough, I would not be nuzlocking them. And also, Zaprong the Elekid is now Zaprong the Electabuzz. Say hello to Electabuzz, everybody. Look at him. The just dark enough to not piss off Nintendo tag is why I like Colo and XD so much. Yeah, true. Although XD is a lot more lighthearted, I think. A lot more lighthearted. Coliseum was definitely the better one in terms of like setting that kind of a mood up. Doing good. Finished all Crash games. I'm now playing the Spyro games. I finished Spyro 1, now on Spyro 2. That's huge. Always good for a replay. Those games are great. And speaking of those games, I don't think I have any idea of a challenge run for Spyro at the moment, but for Crash, there is a challenge run that I do believe I want to do. It's just about when I'm going to have the courage to do it, because it's going to be pretty difficult. Anyway, so we're going to take a break from fighting this guy. Now that we have Electabuzz, we're going to go and fight Willy a couple of times. How many times am I fighting this guy? We're doing it. So we do it 6 times normally, and then we do one more fight, but I swap him out on the 2 Zigzagoons, and that gives him just enough speed where he will guaranteed outspeed no matter what. He'll guaranteed outspeed both Tauros and Zapdos, even if they have like the highest speed value possible. XD went straight up Goofy Town. Yeah, I do like though with Lugia how they actually made it like a completely different appearance when it's in its shadow form. I wish they did that with more Pokemon. I think it was a really cool touch and it looks awesome. But they should have done it with more Pokemon in my opinion. After Spyro 2, I will do Spyro 3, yeah. All of those, all the trilogy, it's great games. Always fun to replay them. Something about playing as a gangster arsonist pet thief really makes me feel cool. I know, especially when there are police who are actively backing your actions, right? They're like, good job, you're doing great. Probably got awarded like either a key to the city or some kind of like, you know, Medal of Honor or some shite for all of Wes's work in Pokemon Coliseum. I'll use, I want to protect, I want to see, do they go dig? Because I'm pretty sure it's smart AI. Let's just confirm this. They also could attack Gale too, but... yeah, they're gonna go dig. Alright. I just wanted to confirm that. Let's swap out Zaprong. I don't want him taking that hit. Which Crash game are you planning to do for a challenge? It would be, it'd be the whole trilogy. It'd be the whole trilogy. If all goes well. But again, I gotta work my way up. Cause I feel like it might be too much for me, we'll see, but it's a diabolical challenge that I wanted to try for it. Shadow Lugia is a fun design for sure, although after learning about Lugia design lore, I will never see the Pokemon the same again. Original or Insane Trilogy? I haven't decided yet. Probably, I probably do Insane Trilogy though. Since it's the more modern version. Beating the kids in battle isn't enough. You gotta be able to steal their pets as well. They deserve nothing. All of them are spoiled brats. Like that's the one thing that they could have done though with Coliseum that would have made it even more fun and dark. It's just stealing like youngster Joey's Pokemon. Give me that Rattata. To be fair, stealing dogs from Michael Vick is hardly a crime. Oh my goodness. Is Agent 9 the professor's assistant? I think so. At least he's helping him out. So, you know, at least they're like friends or something, if not co-workers. Okay, well, question 2. I highly doubt it, but does Electabuzz outspeed Linoon with the Macho Brace? Probably not. Yeah, no. It goes ahead, but probably attacking Glalie then. Yep. And I don't even know if Thunder Punch kills. I should probably go grab Thunderbolt. Yeah, Thunderbolt probably would kill there. Alright. So let's go do that really quick. Youngster Joey very courteously recommends that you wear shorts because he finds them comfy. I never understood why he got so much hate. Yeah, you know, justice for my guy, man. Youngster Joey also gets around. He's appeared in a couple of regions. I don't know all the regions. I know Kalos and Johto. Did he appear anywhere else? Was he in Kanto? Maybe. He might have been in Kanto. Either way, he gets around. I like to believe it's the same kid. Okay, so let's see. What was I gonna do? Forgot what I was gonna do. Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. That's what I was gonna do. So we'll go to Mount Battle. Imagine if Sergeant Bird launched a rocket into space. I don't know if a rocket would get all the way up to space before it just, you know, blows up. I just remember fighting him a million times in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Yeah, I mean, the exchanging number features was so good. Although, wasn't it like in Heart Gold Soul Silver you couldn't remove numbers from your phone? I know you could do it in Gold Silver Crystal, but I think in Heart Gold Soul Silver you were kind of stuck with them if you made the mistake of giving them your number and you didn't want to give them your number. All right, let's teach Thunderbolt to Electabuzz. Oh, also, I gotta update that Elekid evolved into Electabuzz. So let's do that really quick. Electabuzz. My guy. Okay, cool stuff. There we go. Electabuzz is here. What if Bentley taught others boxing? He has a boxing game in Frozen Altars. Well, he definitely should teach the player how to box because definitely a lot of people struggle with that minigame. I don't believe I struggled with that one, but I think there was like a skill point or something that you had to get that was kind of tough. I don't remember if it was like to do it without getting hit or something. I don't remember, but it was a tough one. All right, to the outskirts stand once again. Also, the emulator's lagging for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. All right, I think we're good now. That was just a really weird lag spike. Also, let me close this. Alright. Maybe that'll help my, my emulation there. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna fight, Willy another, 4 times, well, 5 times, really. 4 times where we have Electabuzz stay in the whole time, and then, 1 where we swap Electabuzz out on the 2 Zigzagoon. That should give him just enough speed where at level 50, he will guaranteed outrun Tauros and Zapdos. And he'll be all ready for at least the speed EV training. Then we'll just have to get some special attack and special defense from the person in the gate to finish it out. And yeah, we can just work on the grind to level 50. And hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't expect it to. Everything is level 49 except Shiftry and Electabuzz. And Electabuzz is a traded Pokemon, so it really should go pretty quickly once we get the ball rolling. What if Sheila climbed up one of the tallest mountains? Sheila has skill to do so. I don't know how well kangaroos can do in high altitude. You know, there's been a lot of people who have tried to climb stuff like, you know, Mount Everest or any other kind of mountain, and you know, they don't make it. They don't live to tell the tale, unfortunately. That would be kind of tough. I think Sheila would be the only one. Maybe. Alright, that is 3 times we fought this guy. Just gotta do it 4 more. And then we can finish out the last little bit of EV training, and we will be good to start level grinding. Like I said, it was going to take about 30 minutes to do all this EV training. We've been going for 35, but I think like 15 to 20 minutes was me yapping. So, so that doesn't count. Place here about... Oh, whoa, what happened? Did my whole computer lag right there? Okay. What is going on with the lag right now? Okay, did the stream like lag there like really bad or something? Is it still lagging? Because I don't know. I just looked over at OBS and like everything was kind of frozen for like a couple of seconds there. Looks fine on my phone. I don't know where this lag came from. Like the first 20 minutes, nothing was happening. All right. Well, okay. What I'm gonna do after this battle, I'm gonna save it. Yeah, stream seems okay. Game just lagged. Yeah, I'm just okay. I'm gonna save the game after this, and I'm gonna try closing and reopening the emulator because I don't know why this is happening. It was not doing this earlier. So oh, I'm out of ice beam too. Yeah, once I get out of this battle, I'll save it and I'll try like resetting everything because I don't know what's happening. I'll try closing some other tabs as well. What's weird is like usually OBS will tell me like when things are starting to go bad and it's not saying anything, so I don't know. I don't think even OBS realized what was happening. Anyway, Electabuzz is in the medium fast XP group, so it should be all right. Yeah. I don't think it'll take too long with the experience share on him and the trade boost. Yeah, it should be pretty quick. Spire Year the Dragon original prototype Sheila the kangaroo was supposed to have horns on her head. Not sure if you've seen one on YouTube and on... No, I have not seen it. Anyway, let's save the game. Thank you, Nightbot. Yes, I will make sure to save the game. Awesome stuff. Great timing. Yeah, I think it's just the emulator, because I don't know. Okay, anyway, regardless. I'm just going to close it. All right. And then let me also check here. Let me make sure it's not like a CPU thing. Just really quick, 1 second. No, I don't think it's a CPU thing. Nothing looks out of place. No, all of it looks fine. Yeah, I think it was just the emulator that was just, I don't know. Anyway, let's open back up Dolphin. Okay. Can look up Spire Year the Dragon prototype Gale. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Right now, I don't want to open up anything in fear that it's going to break my computer if I try to, but yeah, after the stream, I'll do it. All right, loading back up the game. Here we are. So I believe that was 4 times. There was that whole debacle, so I kind of... I don't fully remember. That, oh, and also I was supposed to get healed up because Ice Beam ran out of PP, but Crunch I think still probably kills. Anyway, let me check. my save editor really quick. It might lag just because I'm tabbed out right now. The fact that it's not lagging while I'm tabbed out is actually surprising. Electabuzz, where are you at? 148 speed. We needed to get to 176, right? Yes. Okay, so then, yeah, 4... Or wait, no. 3 more times. Yeah, we've done it 4 times, 3 more times. Okay, there we go. That's the way to put it. I know it's out of... Does Icy Wind kill both the Zigzagoons? This is an interesting test. Nice. That's huge. I could have been doing this from the beginning and I didn't realize it. But at least we get Glalie to 50. So Glalie's done. Glalie's ready for the final fight. So we'll get someone else in here. Emulator was just having a meltdown moment. Very relatable, not gonna lie to you. Even the emulator is getting excited over the fact that this is going to be the last stream. All right, and Crunch should kill. That should be battle number 5, and we'll go heal up. And I'll put someone else in the lead slot. Honestly, Willy is giving a lot more experience than I thought. Who knew 2 Zigzagoon and 2 Linoon would give this much experience? That's kind of crazy. Alright, let's swap Shiva for... I guess we'll do... Well, not, I don't want to do Golduck, because Golduck actually could be used to grind against Re-6, which would be a little bit better. So let's do Ursaring for now. Also, is Ursaring still holding the choice band? I think it is. It's gonna need the choice band for when we get to Greevil. Just want to make sure I'm aware of that, though. Yeah, Greevil's strategy. I'll talk more about it when we get closer to the fight. But it's pretty much the same strategy we've been doing for a couple of the fights. You know, mainly just burning Ursaring, right? And having it use Facade with Choice Band. But yeah, it's gonna be very telling with Greevil's fight. If there's even really gonna be a chance to do it deathless, depending on what happens on the first turn. A lot of things could happen on the first turn, and you know, a lot of them are not exactly great. And Ursaring's already halfway to level 50 here. Unfortunately, Ursaring doesn't have a spread move like Glalie did, so we're just gonna have to do this one by one. Alright, so yeah, after we fight him this time, we're just gonna have to, do one more against him, where we swap, Electabuzz out, when it's just the Zigzagoon on the field, and then, that'll be enough speed. I'll double check with the save editor, make sure everything looks good, and yeah, we'll be done with that, and we can move on to the trainer in Agate Village. This Linoon is really annoying using Dig. I don't know why they gave Ryder Willie, of all people, smart AI. That just seems so out of character. Considering he was the first trainer you fight in Coliseum, and he obviously was not very good. In fact, he's so bad that I believe his Zigzagoon actually became lower level. So he actively regressed his Pokemon. Alright, one more. We're gonna swap Electabuzz out here. Just go to like Shift Tree or something. Alright. And that will be enough speed to get Zaprong to 176 effort values, which is enough to outrun the Zapdos and Tauros. I don't know which one's faster. I think it's Tauros that's faster, even though it has a 3-level disadvantage on Zapdos. I think it's still faster. But either way, Electabuzz will outspeed both of them, so it doesn't matter. Pin Missile. Interesting. Oh wait, I went to... Why did I go to Glalie? Oh my god, I'm brain dead. It's over. Dementia moment. I went to Glalie for no reason. I don't know why this Zigzagoon likes Pin Missile so much, but I'm just gonna let it do what it wants to do there. Watching people still playing these games gives me a sense of nostalgia. Thank you. Well, no problem, Diego. Yeah, this isn't like an average run though. This is supposed to be like kind of a challenge run with some pretty difficult rules, like not using items in battle and having like level caps. But still. It's very fun going back to this. This is actually my first time ever doing a Nuzlocke for XD. I think the last time I played it was about 11 or 12 years ago, so it's definitely been pretty nostalgic for me too, because I remember loving this game as a kid, but I just never really played it as much as I did Coliseum or the other Pokemon games, so... Yeah, I don't know why I never really went back to it until now, but I'm glad I did it. It was a pretty good playthrough. Yeah, I tried a Nuzlocke on my copy. It went horribly. It's tough. This is probably one of the harder Pokemon games to do a Nuzlocke for. I don't know where I would rank it in total. I think it's still probably under Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, just because like you got like totems and such, right? With the like stat boost that they get on turn 1, they can summon allies to make it like a 2v1. There's all sorts of crazy BS going on in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, but this is definitely up there with one of the harder games to do a Nuzlocke for. Alright, so let's do Electabuzz is at 176. We're good there. Yeah, so we can just go to a Gate Village, and we can do a whole bunch of training against that one trainer with the 2 Dustox and Beautifly until we get to max investment. And I believe, so it was at 422. You get 18 with the Macho Brace every time then? Yeah. So we would just have to do it 5 times. Yep. 5 fights against this guy, and Electabuzz is done with the EV training. This game was actually my second ever Pokemon game I played. My intro was Leaf Green, but my top favorite has got to be XD. I still have my original save file with 300 hours on it. Gosh, that's commitment. I think my save file was around 80 hours, so I didn't really play it too much. I don't know how long it took me to beat the game. It probably took me a while, because back when I was playing it, you know, during like my younger years, I was definitely not very good at it. I can promise you. I'm sure I probably wiped a couple of times to some of the boss trainers, but it's a fantastic game. I do think I probably prefer Coliseum a little bit more. Just a little bit. But XD was still fun. And Leaf Green being one of your first games, that's a good intro to the series. Mine was Pokemon Crystal. That was the first game I ever played. And I kind of got into Pokemon late. Originally, I tried to get into Pokemon when I was like really young. Like I was probably like 5 or 6 when I first played Pokemon. And back then, you know, obviously because I'm really young and I'm not exactly proficient in a lot of basic skills such as reading. I used to think that the move Leer, which lowers defense, I used to think that that move was the strongest move in the game, and that I just was missing the attack, because in Generation 2, the animation for Leer were like, it was 2 laser beams coming out of the Pokemon's eye, and then afterwards, like to demonstrate that they lowered the defense, the Pokemon would kind of shimmy like this. So I thought what that meant, because I wasn't reading the text, what I thought was that the Pokemon was like, he was too shifty and he was dodging the attack, right? So I thought Leer was just missing. And in fact, Leer doesn't do damage. So 5 or 6-year-old Paul just kept throwing himself at the screen trying to figure out why this move wasn't connecting, and eventually rage quit because I couldn't do it. I did not want to click Scratch. I wanted to click Leer on my Totodile. And that's why I gave up. Big brain plays. I trade a lot of my favorite Pokemon from the GBA games into that save file. It's the main reason that file still exists. I mean, trading, like, if you're able to trade Pokemon to like other games, that's fantastic. For me, I didn't really have like too many friends who played Pokemon until like I was like around 11 or 12. That's when kind of like I found some friends who were playing it. But back in like the GBA and Game Boy Color era, yeah, I never really got to trade with anyone. I had an old link cable that I used to trade between like 2 Game Boys. Like I would trade with myself, and the link cable was so unbelievably trash. Like there was clearly something wrong with it, because it only worked when you kinked it a certain way, and heaven forbid that the wire like moved even a millimeter, because it would just completely stop trading if you did that. It was horrendous. I don't know why I did that. But those were the days. My cousin played Gold and I watched. I fell in love with it, so I was hyped when my friend gave me his copy of Leaf Green to keep. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Leaf Green I think was actually my my second Pokemon game. It was either my second or my third. I can't remember if I played Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald first. But either way, like Gen 2, Gen 3, that's like my soft spot. I love going back to those games. It's just fantastic playing them. Never give up. Yeah, I will continue to click Leer until it does something. That was the whole plan. I had a bunch of friends that played at school, but we lived so far away that I never got to play with them. Oh man. That's tragic. For me, I just didn't have anyone who played Pokemon. It wasn't until, like I said, I was like 11 or 12 where I started meeting some people who actually were playing Pokemon. And doing some battles with them was always fun. Like, we would bring our DS to school. DS and 3DS when we got to, you know, like, high school. And we would do some battles. And it would just be, like, for fun stuff. Nothing try-hardy. And at the time, I obviously wasn't very good at Pokemon, so... You know, definitely there were many times I lost. But it was always fun. I managed to sweep somebody using a Ninjask. I remember that. That was probably like the peak of my Pokemon competitive career. Was sweeping someone with Ninjask. That was awesome. Their defense goes down so much that their breathing damages them. Yeah. Honestly, like, the poor Pidgeys and Rattatas of the world probably had... Their defense was almost underflowed. It was going to be in the negatives and shoot all the way back up to 255. Create, like, a black hole. Oh, I also... Ursaring is level 50. I gotta... not have Ursaring be in the lead slot now. My first battle against a friend swept me and my team of legendaries with a single Giratina. Oh, jeez. I'm assuming your friend probably knew what they were doing. Hi, no big man. Hariyama, unfortunately, will not be used for the final fight against Greevil. I do have to be the bearer of bad news. But you can take solace in the fact that Hariyama was so unbelievably good. He's now retired. He's now retired and he's living peacefully in the box for the rest of his days. He is still alive. He is still well. But he will not be fighting in the last fight of the game, unfortunately. So everybody salute Hariyama. Thank him for his service. He knew about EVs and IVs. Yeah, I would say that that's definitely being pretty knowledgeable of the game. Because, like, when was this? Like, was this, like, Gen 4 era or Gen 5? Because effort values really were never even, like, mentioned. Like, at all in any Pokemon game until Generation 6. Generation 6 was, like, the first time effort values were ever mentioned, at least to my knowledge. Because you had the, what was it called? Oh, geez. Super Training? Was that what it was called? Super Training? I think so. And I think that's the first time they ever actually mentioned effort values in a Pokemon game. They don't say effort values like as the term, but it's something similar. I don't remember what they refer to it as. 07 big man. W in chat. He's not dead. He's just, you know, he's just retired. This was like in 2007, I think. He said he gave it a bunch of proteins and calcium in those. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but that is definitely... I don't even know how he found out about effort values, honestly, because the internet was still pretty young back then. I don't know how he figured out that there were effort values. That's crazy. Gone to the farm. Yeah. Took him to a farm upstate. Hari Omega, the absolute legend. He got to do a lot though against Eldis. Against Eldis, he was fantastic. He faked out the Salamence. He one-shot, or not one-shot, he two-shotted the Lapras. And he tanked an Aerial Ace from Ninja, so it was very, very helpful for Eldis. Or the ranch. He's living the dream, yeah. That's what all Pokemon strive for. First of all, to not die. And second of all, to be very useful throughout the whole playthrough. Alright, let's go heal up because we got poisoned. I don't want to deal with that. I think it's just one more battle, or I think it's just one more that we have to do, but I'll double check really quick. And then we can get to the level grinding part of today. I mean, technically we are level grinding as well as EV training, but it'll go even quicker once we actually dedicate it to level grinding. Alright, so let me open up this. Yep, it's just one more. One more time. And Electabuzz will be fully EV trained and ready to go. Ready to take on Greevil as soon as it gets to level 50. And if you don't know, with Greevil, there's kind of two fights. You fight Lugia first, by itself. And then you fight his actual team, which is, 6 Pokemon. They're all Shadow, and that's annoying as heck. 3 of them are legendary birds. And you don't get healed in between fights, which is actually a good thing. Because it means when we pre-burn Ursaring, or pre-poison, depending on how it's been going so far, it probably won't be burning. But either way, when we pre-burn Ursaring, that means he will not get healed in between those Greevil fights, which is good because he keeps the burn going into the second part, which means he just still does an insane amount of power, or amount of damage. We're finally done with grinding. Now it's time for different grind. Yes, it's grinding 2. Electric Boogaloo. Here we are. But it should be pretty quick because, like I said, Electabuzz, it's a traded Pokemon. We're going to slap the experience share on it. I mean, it's already 34, which is crazy. It started at 28, and we haven't really been fighting very high-level trainers. It's almost 35. It probably will just barely not get to 35. No, Art, we have different grinding at home. Yeah, the grinding at home is just me sitting here for another hour, and probably a little over an hour. But we will get to Greevil today. And when we get to Greevil, we will try everything in our power. I'm gonna need everyone here to bring all the luck. We need to, like, summon the spirit bomb of luck. And concentrate all our power into stopping Greevil from getting the greatest RNG ever. Alright. So now we can go to Cypher Lab. And let's slap the experience share on my boy Electabuzz. And let's put Sandslash in the lead. And just to make this go a little bit quicker, we're going to just temporarily put Protect in the top slot. That way I can just spam A. Also, wait, hold on. Okay, Protect has 10, Earthquake has 10 PP. Alright, we're good, we're good. And then we just have to keep fighting this guy. Be careful not to talk to anyone else. Just gotta talk to this guy. I got the discount grinding. The budget cuts. Oh wait, I think it's still fine. Let me just double check really quick. It probably is still fine. I forgot to put choice band on Sand Slash. I think it needed that earlier to get the KO, but I think now at level 47 it probably is a guaranteed kill here. Probably doesn't need choice band, but let me just double check. 47. And what's he looking like, Sand Slash? 636 for IVs and EVs. Earthquake against Camera Ups. I'm pretty sure it kills my cargo. I don't think I gotta look that up. Yeah, it kills. It kills. We're good. I do not need choice band at this point, so we're fine. Alright, so we go Earthquake and Protect. And basically we can just spam A because I put Protect in the top slot, so there's no, like, no risk of a misclick or something that ends up disastrously ending Electabuzz's life with Earthquake. That would not be good. The budget squad. If I fall asleep before the big fight, I will be forever shamed. No. I hope it doesn't happen. I do believe we will get to it. Oh, wow. How much experience Electabuzz get? Oh, okay. Art, I got great news. We're probably going to get to the fight pretty soon. Did you just see that experience bar? Did you just see the blue bar? God dang. That was a ton of experience. Time to drink copious amounts of caffeine. Yeah. You might be onto something there. You know, this guy, he gets it. He gets it. Are we just stay awake pack? The last time you guys tried to make a stay awake pact, you both fell asleep right before Ardos. It was tragic. How come Cortex has a big head? His head is huge. I don't know. It's definitely not because of a big brain. Maybe he was just dropped on his head. Maybe that's why it's like a pretty flat top or something. Alright, I'm spilling blood onto my hand. You will shake it. Making a blood oath here that you're gonna stay awake for the final fight. Sand Slash, no pressure here, but we need to kill these guys as fast as possible so that no one falls asleep. Why does he learn Screech? No. One of us. You guys are crazy. Alright, but I do think, from the looks of that, that is very encouraging that Electabuzz is leveling up that fast. I didn't even think it would be that fast. That's like an entire level up every time you fight Resix, which is incredible. I thought it would be like, you know, 3/4 or 2/3 of a level up. I didn't think it would be a full thing, though. That's insane. But yeah, we're pretty much just going to be doing this until Electabuzz gets to 50, and then, you know, if Sand Slash gets to 50, then we'll have to do a different spot for grinding, but either way, it should be okay. He wants to yell in pain, yeah, just screech. I had a Pokemon that wanted to screech all the time, I would cry. Yes. We would be hunting down the move deleter so that I do not have to listen to that anymore. I don't think I've ever seen, throughout the whole run, I don't think I've seen the blue bar go up that goddamn quickly. This is insane. And the crazy thing is, like, I talked about it last stream, but the lucky egg, they do give you a lucky egg in this game, but it's in the post game, which is criminal. Why would they do that? Like, I want the lucky egg during the main story. Because could you imagine the blue bar with the lucky egg? Thing would be shooting off to the stratosphere. The egg. Why? I don't know. The only egg they give you in the main story is Togepi. On DeviantArt, someone who played Crash Insanity did a picture called Academy of Evil Teachers. Oh, like, did they came up with, like, fan art for, like, other ones other than just, like, the boss? That's kind of cool. That's a good egg, though. A very good egg. And everyone can feel very happy about Togepi and Togetic now, you know, because it did evolve. Because it is back where it belongs with the trainer who gave it to me in the first place. Doing very well. I believe it was a girl, so yeah, because if it was a male, we would have named it Eggman for sure. I think it was Sunnyside was the name. But Togetic is doing very well. I feel like that's not super hygienic, but anything for you, Arts. Yeah, it did? Okay. Madam Amberly, the boss in Crash Insanity, is also the principal of the Academy of Evil. Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, you know, call someone like Madam Amberly kind of gives them like a high status. Alright, Earthquake Protect. We still have 6 PP. Gotta make sure that we keep track of that because we don't want to get too low. Probably just to be safe, like when it gets to like 2, I'll go and heal. And now we're not quite getting a level up per fight, but it's still a lot. Electabuzz is just cruising through levels right now, and we're getting a lot more money, even though it is not needed. I don't think we're spending any more money for the rest of the run. I'm being extra careful that I talk to Resix, because I watched the footage back for last stream, and there was one time where I was really close to accidentally talking to the green hexagon brother. I was really close. The quote that says about Madame Amberly on DeviantArt is, principal of the Academy of Evil, very strict. She rules her school with an iron fist. Has some magic abilities like casting lightning from her hands. Enjoys giving students attention. Yeah. Sounds right. We don't want any surprise oopsies at this point of the game. Yeah, no. Although I think if I did talk to the green hexagon brother, I think it would have still been okay most of the time. Because I do still have a pretty good team with me. It's just like, I don't want to have to scramble and come up with a strategy for a fight that I'm not exactly prepared for. Would not be fun. So let's try to avoid accidents. What Pokemon does he have? I think... I know Vileplume's one. I think Shiftry might be another one. Or maybe... No, I think he has Shiftry, I'm pretty sure. And I think he has 2 more Pokemon. I can't remember what they are though. Yeah, I can check really quick. Check all the way at the bottom. Alright, green. He has Lombre, Vileplume, Cactur, not Shiftry. That's what I was misremembering. Breloom and Fortress. So the fact he leads with Lombre is really good. Because Lombre obviously isn't very strong. Also, I think Lombre only knows Hydro Pump really as an attacking move. So that's kind of interesting. And he would always lead with Lombre, so yeah, I don't think it would have been too bad if I would have ran into him by accident. But that's still 5 Pokemon, and, you know, I've got a couple of Pokemon that are already at the level cap. I don't want to risk any over-leveling or anything like that. Alright, so I think I have, what, 3 PP left for Earthquake? So I will go heal up after this battle. Just because I don't want it to get too low. Better to do it while it's on my mind than to wait until it's, too late, right? Do not want to mess up at this stage in the game. Yeah, the experience is slowing down for Electabuzz. It's not a full level up or even close to it at this point. But it still should go pretty quickly. It's at 42. It's got 8 more to go. And Sandslash is not close to 50 yet, so it should be... We should be able to get a fair amount more levels before Sandslash has to go in the box. Because while Sandslash is not going to get used for the Greevil fight, it does still count with the level cap rules, right? You can't exceed 50. Gotta make sure that we follow the rules. And let me also save. I think it's... Did I just save? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, it's been 9 minutes since I saved, so that's a decent amount of time. Yeah, I think we'll probably just have to fight reset. I think it's going to be about an average of 2 fights to get 1 level up at this point. Maybe it might be like 3 when we get to like the higher 40s. But we shouldn't have to fight this guy any more than, say, 20 23 or 24 times, right? It should not be any more than that. Oh, definitely not. Oh, I thought he was level 40. I don't know why I thought he was 40. He's 42, so it should be like 20 maximum. And we'll be done with Electabuzz. And everyone else is already like 47 to 49. And so getting them leveled up won't take long at all. And once it's all good, we'll be ready for the big man, Greevil. I gotta say, I am pretty nervous for Greevil. I think we're gonna win, but it is pretty sad that, you know, we've made it this far deathless, and there's just really not a good plan for Greevil. So we'll just have to see what kind of luck we're working with. I have seen it happen where people have gotten lucky on that fight. I actually, while I was browsing for, you know, people who were doing Coliseum and XD playthroughs to see if anyone was doing like a Nuzlocke challenge, I actually did see somebody. They weren't doing a Nuzlocke, but they were doing like a casual run, and they were on the Greevil fight. And so I was watching them, and they were trying to win through brute force. They were like 8 levels under leveled, but they refused to go and grind, so they were just trying to like throw themselves at Greevil like over and over again until eventually they got the win. And I think the second fight that he did when I showed up, his Claydol got 3 Ancient Power Omniboosts in a row, and he swept the entire team, which was incredible. So if we can get that kind of luck, we'll win. Absolutely. Easy clap. Use your huge brain, it will be okay. Again, like, you know, the point of this run is just to beat the game. Cross the finish line regardless of how many casualties there are. But it would be amazing to say that we either minimize the casualties or we didn't lose a single Pokemon. That would be incredible. Mirror B, I need you to not show up anymore. Alright? We have beef now. First, you ghosted me for like close to 30 minutes when I needed you most. And then you finally showed up and you gave me a Numel. Mirror B just likes you, that's all. No. He just realized, that he lost what he couldn't have anymore. Because we're done. It's over. Mirror B wants to apologize. You're being... No. He shouldn't have played around. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I needed him so much when I was at my lowest. And where was he? In Pirate Town. Pirate Town. I needed him at Realgam Tower. And where was he? Pirate Town. He was also at the cave Pokespot spelunking or something. No. It's over. Just think, Mirror B is sitting with, he has a Starmie, he has a Snorlax, and what does he give me? He gives me a Numel. A Numel. Can you imagine the disrespect? The disrespect you have to do that to me? Well, let this be a lesson, kids. It's too late to apologize. You can't mess around like that. In a Nuzlocke, you only get one try. One shot, one opportunity, that's it. And he F'd me over on the only try I got. Rude. The disco is closed. Yeah. It'd be incredible if there was like some kind of nightclub. And like Mirror B just like shows up in there from time to time just dancing. Although, of course, they would not allow a kid into a nightclub, let's be honest. At least they shouldn't. What would we do without you? Without Mirror B, life is going to become so much better. The only thing I will miss is the music. Alright. How much PP do I have? Is it 5? I got 6, okay. So like I said, we'll get down to 2. Then I'll go heal up again. It's actually, the grind's going a lot quicker than I thought it would go, to be completely honest with you. We're almost an hour and a half in, and we had some technical issues and a whole bunch of me yapping at the beginning. And Electabuzz is going to be at level 50 probably in another 15 minutes, thereabout. Maybe even less. Yeah, I would say it's less than 15 minutes. Imagine there are plenty of nightclubs in the Pokemon world. The logic is weird, though, as they let children gamble in Game Corner. That is true. But it's okay. Poké Dollars are basically like imaginary, because everyone can just, you know, spawn them out of thin air. That's why all the trainers you rematch have infinite money. I don't know if there's a better way to grind experience in this game, but I think this is like probably one of the quickest methods to do. I mean, it's 2 level 50 Pokemon. They both get one shot by Earthquake. Not too much animation that you have to watch too. Infinite money would probably make their economies collapse. I think it is pretty much collapsed. I mean, let's just look at over-the-counter medication like protein and iron being like $9,800 for no reason. Or in Scarlet and Violet, that auction house allowing you to bid upwards of $200,000 on freaking on like moon balls. That's garbage, by the way. And yes, I did pay that price, but I'm still not happy about it. How did Cortex, Anina, and Madame Amberly get N's and A's on their head? I don't know. That is probably not a fun experience to do that either. Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. It's crazy. Pokemon's gonna put me on my villain arc at this rate. Could it be some sort of tattoo or something? I don't think it looks like a tattoo. It looks like it's like metal plated. All right, it's the race between Sandslash and Electabuzz. Does Sandslash get to 50 first, or does Electabuzz get to 50? Gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be kind of close. All right, so after this battle, we will go heal up. The PP. Cannot neglect PP. Ever went on a train? I've been on a train. They were very fun to travel. No, I've been on like I've obviously been on buses, and I've been on like monorails. I don't think I've ever been on a train though. No. Electabuzz is 47. One final push here, and we'll get to 50. And that'll officially be 2 out of 6 Pokemon at 50. The streamer is learning. Yeah. We're gaming. Everybody, we're gaming. Always take care of PP, yeah. I did make that mistake too many times in the past. I did not learn from my mistakes, but today I have vowed no stupid mistakes. If we're losing any Pokemon today, it's going to be because Greevil got lucky. For no other reason. Alright, let's save. What's your thought on Crash Tag Team Racing characters? I thought it was fine. You know, I didn't really care too much for, like, the new characters. But me and my sister played the game quite a bit. And we did, like, the co-op mode, which was really fun. And we probably quote that game to this day. Some of the just stupid one-liners that the characters say. So it's absolutely still fun. Like, some of the dialogue that the characters have. This Electabuzz is the Elekid one. Yeah, it's Zaparong. The traded Elekid. Also, how you doing, Sergio? Yeah, Electabuzz has been really not doing anything this whole run. But it's going to be very nice to have for this final fight because it's got Ice Punch for coverage, and it's very powerful, very fast. It can help a lot for Greevil's team because a lot of his Pokemon are flying types, so he doesn't really like electric types, and Ice type coverage will also help out with some of the other Pokemon he has, which is nice. Hold on, wait. Okay. Just double checking something. What about Pasadena and Von Clutch? Again, they were fine. They're just kind of there. I didn't really play as them too much. And I don't really think they had any memorable dialogue that I can recall. Yeah, but I liked, like, you know, Chicken Stew and yeah, some of the dialogue in that game was awesome. It was pretty peak. Engine was amazing in that one too. Really, I should say Nolan North, the voice actor for him. He's absolutely incredible. This is a pretty close race of who's going to get to level 50 first, Sandslash or Electabuzz. I remember you did the Crash Tag Team walkthrough, but didn't complete it all. And you said you didn't like Pasadena that much as well. It sounds right. I was much younger back then, too, so... Yeah, I don't even know the last time I played Tag Team Racing. Probably, like, a good 10 years ago. What did you not like about it? I don't know. Like I said, it's been a while since I played it. And obviously my thoughts and opinions have changed since I was a kid. But I don't know. There must have been something. Some kind of beef that me and Pasadena had. Yeah, I think Sandslash is gonna win this race. Just by a little bit. But it was a very close one. Either way, Sandslash can still be used even when it gets to 50, just as long as it doesn't get to 51. Things change when we get older. Yeah, of course. It's like me with Pokemon Gen 5. I used to be on the Gen 5 like hate train when I first played it. And then I went back to it years later when I was like Nuzlocking all the games. And I actually had a really good time. So my opinions have changed on Gen 5. Mel Winkler, who played Aku Aku, died in 2020. It said he died in his sleep. Well, that's the best way to go, right? You know, just peacefully. But yeah, it's definitely tragic because he was an absolute incredible voice actor for the character. It was on June 11, 2020, yeah. Like I said, I mean, that's the best way to go, is just like peacefully in your sleep, right? All right, one more battle. And officially, Electabuzz will be level 50. And then we just have to get the other 4 party members up to 50. And we are good to proceed. He will be missed by most Crash fans as well, including us, yeah. I did like the little tribute they did at like the end of Crash 4. That was very nice. Yeah, I'm glad they all still thought of him. He was a legend, yeah. I missed Gens 5 through 8 due to the rigorous demands of my training. Fortunately, I've returned to the fold. I would say, like, 5, it's polarizing. I think definitely there's a lot of people who really, really love it, and a lot of people who really don't like it. I'm kind of in the ground where I like it, like, a fair amount here. It's not my favorite generation. It's fine. It's like, you know, in between like generations 4 and 7 for me, which I also like Gen 4 and 7 obviously, but yeah, that's where I would rank it. Gen 6 had really fun competitive. That was where I was most active with the competitive scene. And then Generation 7, I like from a Nuzlocking standpoint, but playing it casually kind of sucks. Because I just feel like you're just over leveled as heck, and it makes the game a lot less challenging. I mean, same with Gen 6, but at least Gen 6 had good competitive play, which meant like the post game was pretty nice. But Gen 7 does have the battle tree too, so that's always good. That was a fun time. And Gen 8 I never played. I didn't play Sword and Shield. Actually, let me do a shift tree in here. Shift tree and Golduck. I'll do you two. Oh, and then also I gotta take experience share off. Would you say you like it very well? Yeah, Gen 6. Gen 6 onward, yeah. The fairy typing was fine to introduce. There are some Pokemon that got the fairy typing that I didn't really fully understand, but either way, it was a cool typing. Problem with Gen 7 is also that it's like a whole season of television in the form of cutscenes, yeah. But to be fair, at least like back in Gen 7, there was actually like true effort being put into the games. Like you could clearly tell. Put Electabuzz in the box for just a little bit. Because, like, Gen 8, it just felt very lifeless to me. That's the main thing. I never played it, but, like, the reason why I never, like, got those games is just because it just looked bad. Yeah, like, the whole Dexit thing, right? You know, where they culled the Pokedex completely. Yeah, I wasn't too big a fan of all that. Coco is a computer expert. She should get a job on fixing electronics. I think she could do a lot better than that. She could be a astrophysicist with her level of knowledge. Yeah, okay, we'll go with these two. Save it again. I know I just saved. Coco can do anything, yeah. Alright, we're gonna fight this guy again. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna have Golduck, Waterfall one of them, and then we'll fake out the other one. And that's how we'll level grind Shift Tree for a little while. Although Golduck is just about to level up. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that one. Which character did you and sister use in Crash Tag Team Racing? I'm pretty sure Rachel was Coco, and I was either Crash or Engine, one of the two. It's typically how we did it. Anytime that she could play as like any female protagonist in a game, that's what she did every time. Alright, one more fight with Re6 and I'll get Golduck done. And then I guess what I might do, I might just temporarily teach Protect the Shift Tree. and we'll like get we'll reteach a fake out after we do all the grinding here. But yeah, Sand Slash, as long as Sand Slash doesn't get to 51, we can use it, right? The level cap's 50, so it can be like 1 experience away from 51, but as long as it is not level 51, it's fine. So I'll probably just use Sand Slash here and experience share whoever else, and we'll get the rest of the grinding done on this guy. Alright, Waterfall, Fake Out. Always Coco, yeah. And Coco had some pretty funny lines in that game, so it's pretty good. Pretty great time. All right. Golduck is now level 50, so that's officially 3 out of 6 Pokemon who are at level 50. So everyone get ready. The end of the game is fast approaching. Sound the alarm. Alright, so let's we'll put Sand Slash in the front. And I will yeah, I gotta teach Protect. I'm gonna have to buy another Protect TM, yep. True, true. Alright. Mirror radar, great. No one cares. Alright, we're going to get Protect. And we'll just temporarily take off Fake Out. And we'll put it on before the final fight. I'll make sure all the movesets are good before we go into this. Well, actually, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Fake Out can't be retaught. That's Nuzleaf that learns Fake Out. Shifter doesn't learn it, does it? Let me double check that. One second. It does not learn Fake Out. Okay, so then I should instead get rid of like Shadow Ball or something. That's what I should get rid of. Alright, so Shift Tree. Get rid of Shadow Ball then for now. Alright, put Protect in the top, and we'll go back to grinding here. Coco and Pasadena would be very good friends. They might. The girl power right there. I feel bad for Mirror B. He looks way less maniacal in XD, and he is kind of like on separation from Cypher. Yeah, it's like a bad breakup that Mirror B's going through. Midlife crisis, Mirror B. He lost his life's purpose. He needs to give up on being a bad guy and just commit to being a professional dancer, because he's got the moves. Alright. So probably just gotta fight Resix about 4 or 5 more times. And Shift Tree will be done, and then we'll get Electrode in here and we'll do the same thing. Oh, I never... Okay. So I gotta also heal up. What's the point of being #1 in disco, though, if you can't achieve world domination? Listen, you gotta start small, alright? First, professional disco dancing. Then take over the world. It's simple, right? You know? If you start too big, then you're doomed to fail. So you gotta start small. Nah, I should just start too big to fail. Yeah. Step 1, be the best. Gotta take advice from the Pokemon theme song. I want to be the very best. But instead of saying I want to be the very best, it should be I am the very best. On DeviantArt, someone made fan art for Humiliscate from Crash from Crash on Cortex and Coco on Nina. Oh, that's that's a pretty funny image. I mean, it worked out for Lemon Brothers. Oh wait, crazy. Sorry, I choked on my words there. Alright. I don't know why I was hesitating on what moves I wanted to pick, but... Oops. I clicked off the stream for a second. Alright, there we go. Making sure I watch it just to make sure everything looks good over on the right. I don't know what happened like 25, 30 minutes into the stream, where things just started like not working for like a full minute or two, but it hasn't happened since, so I don't know. That was just some kind of weird lag spike that the emulator was experiencing. But we're good now. We're good now. Okay. 2 more, 3 more, something like that fights for Shift Tree. Then we'll get Electrode in here. I don't think Electrode will take too long. And I also have to make sure Sand Slash is good. I think Sand Slash isn't even halfway, right? To 51? At the end, when Crunch, Gravelly, Wampa Cheeks, Crash Coco, and Pasadena gave him angry looks, then Pasadena said, alrighty, then you sour fruit. Looks like Coco, Crunch, and Pasadena are good friends. Yeah. I don't really remember all the cutscenes for Tag Team Racing. I just remember some of the one-liners. It's very weird. It's like flashbulb memories that I have of it. Like, I remember playing it a fair amount. I don't really remember everything about it. I can tell when I see one. I'm just realizing that although Greevil's team is very strong, it's also super unbalanced. Well, he's definitely very weak to ice and, well, really ice is like the biggest weakness he has, I believe. Because Zapdos, not Moltres, I guess not, because Articuno and Moltres are neutral, right? So then it's really Zapdos, Rhydon, Exeggutor that are weak to ice, and then Moltres, Articuno. Are those the only 2 that are weak to electric? Yeah. But still, like, Electabuzz having Thunderbolt and Ice Punch super effective against 5 out of the 6 Pokemon. Some Crash Trains have been shipping Crash with Pasadena. I don't know about that one. But you're allowed to ship whoever you want. At the end of the day, you know, that's just opinionated. All right. I think, does Shiftry get to level 49 or level 50 here? Let's see. I think it's gonna be pretty close. If it doesn't quite get there, it's like gonna be like 100 away or something. Oh, I think it's gonna just barely get there. No! Oh no! Oh my god. It's alright, I'll find a different grind spot later. Don't have to worry about it right now. How close is Sand Slash? Okay. He also has almost 0 ability or type synergy, and all the tactical challenge comes from high BST and shadow moves. Yes. And God, are the shadow moves annoying. Shadow End, I think 2 of his Pokemon have that. So that's really obnoxious. Alright, so I think we're going to be able to fight Re-6 3 more times, and then Sand Slash is going to almost be 51 at that point, so we'll have to stop and find another trainer to grind for the last little bit. Earthquake and Protect. Because how much experience do we get on Sand Slash? He was 3,200 away, so if it's any more than 800, then yeah, it's just going to be like 3 more. 412. Oh, I still have the experience share on Shiftry. Fun fact. Oops. Not a big deal. Yeah, that's like 800. Well over. All right, so then I forgot to put the experience share on Electrode, so that's my fault. But at least Shiftry is now 50. So yeah, officially it is just Electrode. Electrode is the last Pokemon that needs to get to level 50, and we are ready to fight Greevil. If you forgot, is it really your fault? Yeah, it's just a oopsie. I just forgot the law, so it's okay that I broke it, you know? It's perfectly fine. Alright, save it again. So I can fight him 2 more times, and then we're going to have to stop because Sand Slash is going to get too close. Have you played the flashback tapes in Crash 4? It's about time. Yeah, I 106% of the game. So I did everything. And it was tough to do. But the flashback tapes were actually pretty cool. Like a nice like just set of challenges, and I think there were like checkpoints and stuff too, so that was nice. really tested your ability for those games. Some are Crash ones and some are Coco ones, yeah. Yeah, Electrode will get close, but it's not quite gonna get to 50 here. But that's okay. We'll just find some trainer to get that little extra bit. And then we just have to go burn Ursaring. Which, who knows how long that's gonna take. Who knows? The luck with the 10% chance to burn has not been great these days. EQ and protect. It's gonna get Electrode to probably like 85% of its XP bar. And then we'll go and just do a little bit of grinding to get to 50. And also what we're going to do, so I know I've been kind of dissing Numel a lot lately, and I stand by it. Numel was not a great Pokemon to get from me or be there, but there's one niche that Numel's going to have here. It's the best Pokemon I have to help burn my Ursaring. So we're going to withdraw Numel for a second. You two in the box. Alright, and then we'll swap. Okay, so let me level up Numel a little bit here. Help it out. Take off Sandslash as well. Alright. Let me go purify Numel first. Shouldn't take too much. Probably like 5 or 6 cents would be enough. I'll do 10 though. Since we have the money, why not? That'll definitely be enough. Alright, Numel, let's do it. Sid Phillips also was throwing a brick at the combat Carl before you light him up to explode. Yeah, sounds right. I don't know how many cents it's gonna take, but it'll notify me when the Pokemon's ready to be purified. Sid must be a spoiled brat. Yeah, I mean, plenty of kids are. Whole point of being kids, you know, is learning and, you know, making mistakes, learning from them, and becoming a better person later in life. All right. I fear Art went to sleep. I'm worried about her too. I'm not sure what happened, but it has been a while. Art didn't make it to the coffee machine to try to make herself more caffeine or something. Unfortunate. That's okay. I already know she's here in spirit. Numal, there's only one name. There we go. Krakatoa, there we go. Alright. Awesome stuff. Numal, you have Ember, right? Perfect. Good lad. Alright. And you have the experience share on. Yep, great. Okay, so then in that case, we're gonna just go in, level grind Numal a little bit. Not a lot. I just want it to be high enough level where I can send it in and it doesn't, like, die in, like, 3 hits. And also we'll get Electrode up. So let's go fight, Gale. My guy, the best trainer to grind against in Coliseum, and not a bad option for XD. And let me also save the game too. Hold on, does he have a, like, better team now? Or is it still gonna be the same? Let me check. I'm pretty sure his team doesn't change until after you beat Greevil. Just want to double check that. Let's see. Yeah, it's after defeating Greevil. He updates his team again, so we're good here. To Phillips, yes, he's gone. He's history. All right. It's flamethrower and oh yeah, I gotta reorder the moves now. Alright, Thunder. Wait, who am I flamethrowing? Flamethrower and Thunderbolt. There we go. The toys are afraid of Sid, yeah. See if Krakatoa actually levels up here at all. It might. Annie's mom stepped on a toy soldier, yeah. I mean, they don't know the toys are alive, so to them, they're not really doing anything wrong. Okay, got it to 16. Does Electrode get to 50 here? Not quite. Alright, we'll do one more battle then. That'll get like Numal probably almost, if not to 18. And that'll be a much better level, because the trainer that I usually fight for like burning Ursaring is the lady that has Poochyena and Ninkata. So I don't think either of those would be very scary. And like I think they're like level 16 and 17. So yeah, it should be pretty easy. In the original Lilo and Stitch movie, Lilo beats up Myrtle, but in the Lilo and Stitch movie remake, Lilo pushed Myrtle off the stage. Oh. Like some kind of weird censorship. There's been a lot of weird censorship lately, so I don't know what's been going on with that. Seen the old movie and the new movie. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up to date with like new Disney movies, honestly. I don't even remember the last Disney movie I saw, honestly. Just like the remakes that they've been doing for a lot of movies, they're just they haven't been for me. Myrtle Edmonds is Lilo's bully. Yeah. I remember the character. I watched the original, although it's been a long time since I did. Okay. Alright, so now we've got Numel kind of leveled up a bit. Electrode's 50. Everyone is ready to go. Except Ursaring, who needs to be burned. Some people refuse to go to school, mostly for the ones who have been bullied. When it gets that bad, yeah, it can be horrible. I was bullied in school, but it wasn't nearly that bad. I feel like everybody is bullied in school. It happens. Alright, so let me go to a gate village. I'll update the team. I know I have Numel on the team, but we're going to update it to like the team I'm going to bring for Greevil. Because Numel's only here just to get the burn off, and then Numel will be back in the box. I was bullied at school. It was pretty bad. They tried to tease me with a bug, and I tripped and broke my wrist. Ooh, jeez. That, yeah. But at the end of the day, like, you know, it's kids, and kids are stupid. That's the simple way to put it. The hope is that, you know, they grow out of that at some point, right? But not everybody does. Not everybody does, unfortunately. Yes, I'm holding a Pokemon. Thank you. Alright, and then we'll get Gale in just a second, but let me update the team. When you're bullied by your best friend. Yes. Is it really bullying, though? When it's deserved? Alright, 172. 2. Do you have a job as well? No, I don't. Not at the moment. You also start setting up everyone's item too. Pretty much gonna be running Lumberry on everybody, I think. Well, actually, was there something I wanted to run on Shifter? No, I didn't write anything for Shift Tree, so yeah, we'll just do Lum. Oh, perfect, okay. Yeah. Let me take the choice band off for now. Okay. And let me also put leftovers on to extend its survivability here. Someone has leftovers. I don't know who it is. I don't care to figure it out. It's not bullying if it is deserved. Bullying is inherently about abuse and injustice. That's right. Amen. You think you will soon? I do have a job, and I also get paid as well for my jobs. Yeah, probably. But for now, no. Not at the moment. Alright. So let's fight this lady, and let's hope. We have not been getting good luck on this 10% burn chance for like all of these different attacks, whether it's Fire Punch or Flamethrower. And now we got Ember, so let's see. Alright, let's take out the Poochyena, and let's start trying desperately to burn Ursaring. Doing everything in my power to get this thing burned. Four times, that's fine. Alright. Come on, Ember. Numel, this is your chance. This is your moment. You gotta burn Ursaring. This is your contribution to the team. You can do it. This is all you, buddy. You don't understand how much faith I have in you, Numel. Why do we have to watch Fury Swipes every time? Come on, Numel. What is this? Try number 4? Come on. You got this. Come on, Krakatoa. Live up to your name. Alright, we're on attempt number 5. Come on, Numel. We got this. Come on. Let's go, Numel. Big dubs. Why does it keep going for Fury Swipes, too? Obnoxious. It's random AI. It just clicks a move, like 1 in 4 chance for it to select any move on its moveset, and it keeps on going for goddamn Fury Swipes. We got a crit before a burn. Great. Phenomenal. Please. Please. Numal. Numal. Burn the bear. Are you serious? And it hits 5 times. At Pizza Planet, Sid Phillips was using a hammer to whack something, and then when it made a fail sound, he hit the machine. Would that damage it or catch fire to it? I don't think just hitting the machine would be enough to like damage it or catch fire or anything like that. You'd probably hurt yourself more than the machine. Alright, I'll go, like, if Numal gets attacked one more time, we'll just kill the Ninkata and try it again. This is incredible. I don't think there's a single I got a second crit before a burn. What in the world is going on? Okay, I'm not dealing with Sand Attack. We're just gonna get out of this fight. We'll try it again. We'll heal up. That didn't count. That's incredible though. 2 critical hits. 2 critical hits. 1 in 16. Before I get a burn, which is a 10% chance. That's insane. Also, what item does he have? Yeah, I'll put the Citrus Berry on. Oh dear. 10% chance. I don't believe it. Because you can look back at all of the footage. Roll back the tape. How many times have I used Fire Punch or Ember specifically? Because Togetic had a 20% chance with Serene Grace. I want you to specifically look at any time I used a 10% burn chance attack. How many times have I actually burned? Because I, honest to God, don't think I burned a single time with those moves. I really don't think I have. And I have now crit at least twice. It might have happened where I crit before. Either way, this is absurd. Numal, I desperately need you to just burn. Oh my god, I gotta leave the area and come back. I forgot how this works. Freaking Pokemon XD rules. Making me go all the way back to the beginning of the map, leave the area, come back just to reset the trainer that I just fought. Well, remember when I said that this was taking a lot less time than I expected? Well, then I forgot that I had to burn Ursaring, and of course, that's going to be the thing that takes longer. The EV training, quick as heck. The level grinding, not that bad. This is going to be the thing that takes the longest today. It's unbelievable. All right. We got another crit, by the way, with return. Anyway, Ursaring, just stop being resistant to fire and let yourself be burned. It's good for you. Oh my god, it went Sand Attack on the first turn. Oh my goodness. Okay, we hit. Oh my god. There's a SpongeBob meme where SpongeBob is opening a jar. For example, Patrick has, that's a pickle, but there's one called Squidward that's Sandy's helmet. I don't think I've seen that one. I know about the, like, Patrick that's a pickle with them trying to open a jar. I know that one. I've never heard of the Squidward one, though. It was fan-made? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Stop. Why does it have to be Sand Attack on Noomal, too? Oh my god. Maybe we won't beat the game tonight at this rate. Oh my god. This is one of the saddest things another crit, by the way. That's how many crits that we've seen before we've seen a burn. Oh my god. Why? Why is this the hardest thing to do in the run? Is burn Ursaring. Please. Noomal. Oh my god. I don't even understand how this is possible. The game has to be broken. There's no other explanation for this. Oh, jeez. Also, Fury Swipes I don't think has missed a single time, by the way. There's an episode in Simpsons, The Cafeteria Nightmare. I don't think I have seen that one. Scanner said, I'm going to enjoy devouring you Bart Simpson, yes, I believe I'll start as you so often suggested. Bite your shorts. Hilarious. Alright. We're gonna have to go back and heal after this because this is insane. I missed too. That's right. God dang, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's just take it out. At this point, the accuracy problems are just becoming too much. This is insane, though. I've mentioned it before, but like, you know, in the past, I've tried to burn Ursaring to get the Guts boost, right? With Fire Punch and now Ember. And I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. It's a 10% chance to burn, and yet I just cannot get the burn. I mean, let me double check. Let me confirm. Let me look up Ember. Hold on, Ember Pokemon. Yeah, Ember deals damage and has a 10% chance of burning the target. Does it? I'm beginning to question it. Mirror B has shown up before I got... This is another thing to add to the list. Mirror B has shown up before I got burned. How do you get Will-O-Wisp? I would probably have to have Duskull for that, but unfortunately Duskull is was not one of my encounters, so I don't have that Pokemon. So the best I have is Numel, and I guess I also have like Houndoom and Electabuzz, who know a fire move that can burn. But the reason I'm using Numel is because he's low level. So he doesn't do too much damage to Ursaring, and it can kind of stay in on the field for a long time. But this is insane. It's a 10% chance, and we've already seen 4 critical hits. And Mirror B also showed up before we got a burn. Oh, wait. I'm wasting my time. I have to leave the area and come back because, again, Pokemon XD is stupid. And you can't just leave, like, you can't just, like, enter a building and leave for everyone to reset. You have to leave the area and come back. Debbie Derryberry is my number 1, I'm assuming, voice for Coco Bandicoot. Yeah, she was a very good voice actor, or actress, I should say. Oh, man. We should have been fighting Greevil almost like 25 minutes ago. Just tragic what has happened. It's the afternoon in my country. What's the time in your country? Right now it is almost 9 o'clock p.m. Why does it have to open Sand Attack? Can you not? I just want to burn the goddamn Grizzly Man. Tuesday in your country. It's Wednesday in my country. Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, it's Tuesday over here still. It'll be Wednesday in just 3 hours. Wait, what did I do? Okay, fake tears and work. Yeah. That's correct. Oh, what happened? What's Noomle doing here? Alright, we were worried you fell asleep. But, right now we're at the end. We're ready to fight Greevil. We just need Noomle to burn Ursaring, and we've been sitting here for probably almost 30 minutes at this point. It hasn't happened yet. It's actually incredible at what's been happening right now. So maybe you showing up will be the luck we need to get this burn right here. Okay, it wasn't. But yeah, that's why Noomle's here. Noomle is not actually doing much. He's just trying to burn Ursaring. Oh my goodness, Art. Art, you did it. You did it. You showing up, you gave Noomle the encouragement it needed to burn Ursaring. Oh my goodness. I'm not even joking. The last 30 minutes has been me sitting here staring at the same scenario, waiting for it to get burned. Oh my god. For a second I did, now I'm awake. Alright, well, we gotta lock in, alright? Because we're here. We're ready now. I just have to reteach Shadow Ball to Shift Tree. And we're good to go. We're ready. Alright. I gotta go now. I might be back soon. Depends on how much time you have left while you're streaming. See ya. That's fine. I don't know if I'll be streaming too much longer, but either way, it was very fun having you here, Brett. Thanks for being here. Alright. Okay, let's put Gale back on the team. Noomle, get off the team. Thank you for your service, although I'm not happy about the performance. We're gonna have to work on your burn chance. Nightbot, shut up. We're doing things right now. We're gaming. Alright, we just have to put Lumberry on Gale. Okay, and then we need to put Choice Band on Ursaring. Heal up Ursaring. Alright, there we go. Huge. Okay. Let me double check the items. Choice Band, and it just needs Facade. Lumberry, and then, yeah, Ice Beam, Icy Wind. I was thinking about teaching it Self-Destruct, but I don't really think that's gonna ever come into play. So I think I'll just go in with this. Okay, Waterfall, Ice Beam, Protect, Charm. Yeah, that's fine. Lumberry. Thunderbolt, Protect, Boom Boom. If it comes to it, we got the Lumberry. And we just need to get rid of Protect in favor of Shadow Ball, and we're good to go. Okay. Huge. Big stuff. We are here. We are ready to see the ending of the Pokemon XD Hardcore Nuzlocke. Currently, we are at 0 deaths, but Greevil is the hardest fight in the game without any debate. It is very unfair. But there's a chance. There's a chance. I would say it's about 15 to 25%. But that's still a chance you can do it deathless. A lot has to go right. And like I said, you'll probably kind of know generally if it's even possible based off of how turn 1 goes. Either way, let me explain the strategy here. So, the plan is going to be we're going to lead with Shift Tree and Ursaring. And the reason for that is that Shift Tree is going to use Fake Out. on Lugia. And with the Facade Boost, Choice Band, Ursaring here, we hopefully kill Lugia. Now it is a range to kill Lugia, although I'm pretty sure it's like less than 1 in 200, so it's not common at all, right? But it could happen. But if we get past Lugia, then the real fight begins. And like I said, turn 1 is going to be very telling for how this fight's going to go. Where am I? Oh, I got to go to Gadeon Porgo. So, on turn 1, he sends out Moltres and Rhydon. So what we're going to do, I don't care, Mirabee, go away. What we're going to do is we're going to fake out Moltres and one-shot it with Facade on Ursaring. Okay, that's the plan. And then it's up to Rhydon. How much of a hater does Rhydon want to be? Because there is 3 things that can happen. I guess 4. I don't know if there's a chance it clicks Shadow Hold. Maybe there is. It probably won't. More than likely, there's 3 situations. It's gonna go Shadow End more than likely. Shadow End can either hit Shift Tree, where it's about a 50-50 range with all the defense and HP investment I did that it will live the attack, 50-50 thereabout. It can attack Ursaring, in which it's guaranteed to live as long as it doesn't crit. But that would still suck because you're getting hit for a lot of damage. Or it can miss. Believe it or not, Shadow End does have a 40% chance to miss, although you might never know it because of the luck that I've been getting with, like, you know, 10% chances, let alone 40%. So anyway, it could miss them. And if it misses, we got a real shot. We have a real shot at Deathless. But it's really gonna be tough. It's really gonna be tough. I can only hope. It's really out of my hands, honestly. Alright. I think we are good for this, though. Just double, triple check. The movesets look good. Alright, so then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a save state here. Again, just like any Nuzlocke ever, you only get one try. You only get one try, right? So this try right here is the only one that counts. But if we don't get a Deathless run, I'm going to load the save state back. And we're going to see how many tries it takes for me to get a Deathless run. Alright, that's the plan. But obviously those runs wouldn't count. It's only this one that counts. But we are here. We are ready. And I'm going to need everyone. We got to make a giant spirit bomb of luck. Because that's what it's going to come down to. Alright, let's do it. Pray. Yeah. Oh, so you have come, or you have even come this far. I had no idea that a mere child like you would pursue me this long. Professor Crane, Data ROMs, and the Lair. You alone derailed every one of our well-laid plans. Well, perhaps not just you. The news broadcast by ONBS did not help Cypher's cause at all. However, my Shadow Pokemon plan isn't finished yet. The final act is about to unfold. Having come this far, I think you've earned the right to know what I have planned. The creation of Shadow Pokemon that permanently resist purification. That was the first step. Next, I plan to create an army of Shadow Pokemon that work independently of my orders alone. When this second step is done, I will take over the world without having to rely on bothersome people. And now, let me introduce you to my faithful servant. favorite, the one that shall become the central figure in my shadow Pokemon army. Come forth, XD001. Codename XD001. Now freed of all adjustments, I present to you Shadow Lugia. This Lugia is the first of the Shadow Pokemon that cannot be purified. Now, let us celebrate the completion of my Shadow Pokemon plan in advance. Fall prey to Shadow Lugia. Alright, let's do it, buddy. It's a Shadow Pokemon. One in about, like, a little less than I would think 200 chance that this thing lives. Just throwing it out there. Fake Out does nothing. All the damage comes from Facade. That's one down. That's one down, Greevil. Ain't gonna be Lugia. It ain't gonna be Lugia that's gonna do anything. Alright. This is it. It's a 6v6. For everything. How dare you, child? How dare you defeat my Shadow Lugia, my one loyal subject? There's nothing left, but I will personally see to the total destruction of your Pokemon. Fall! Grandmaster Greevil would like to battle Rhydon and Moltres. Let's go Shiftry and Ursaring. It's all up to you two. You got this. Like I said, 3 things that can happen, maybe 4, depending on if Shadow Hold has any potential chance. Frogman's so mad he got out of his chair, yeah. Alright. Again, I think this is the best strat we've got. We've just got to risk Rhydon's Shadow End here, and there is a 40% chance it misses. If it hits, though, I would prefer it to hit Shiftry and not hit the damage range to kill, which is about 50%. You ready, guys? Get the prayer circle up. Executor is next. A miss! Oh my god, we could do it. There's a shot. There's a shot. There's a shot. All right. From here, Ursaring has a 77.75% chance to outspeed Executor. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't outspeed, but if it does, it's huge. Keep the prayers coming. We outsped. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my god, hold on. Okay. Okay. Alright, hold on. Okay, hold on. Now we... Okay. There's... I don't know what the chance is here. But they might both go Shadow Sky. They might only one of them use Shadow Sky. But either way, we go Golduck here. Alright. We're gonna Facade Articuno. This should kill. Just have to hope no crits. Please just both use Shadow Sky. Please just both use Shadow Sky. For the love of everything, just both of you use Shadow Sky. Shadow Sky's 1. Articuno. Use Shadow Sky. No, it's chill. Oh, Golduck, you take that like a champion. My guy, my goat. My goat. Okay. Zapdos is in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is this so intense? What is happening? Okay, hold on. What do I do here? Do I Icy Wind? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I didn't even think I would get this far. Give me a second. Ursaring, my guy. I need to know if you can live this Shadow Bolt that could potentially come your way. Hold on. I don't know what the play is. I really don't. Okay. Ursaring. Ursaring is level 50. Okay. And Zapdos, your #1 hater. Okay. It's level 50 as well. And it's using, okay, we're gonna assume it's like an average Zapdos, and it's using I don't know. Using a 160 base power special move. Okay, hold on. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Ursaring might be dead to a burn. Okay, hold on. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Oh my god. Do we risk the 50-50? That it just targets Golduck with Bolt? Is that the play? Do we just risk the 50-50? If it attacks Golduck, the chance of winning is so unbelievably high. If it attacks Ursaring, it's a range. That burn could take it out. You got this, Ursaring. Damn it. Damn it. Everyone salute. Everyone salute. Thank you, Ursaring. Thank you for everything, buddy. Alright, guys. This one's for Ursaring. Go get him, guys. Not a crit, Glalie! Oh my god, my goat. Let's go, Glalie! Keep the losses to a minimum, let's go. Huge dubs. What better way to end it than Glalie getting that revenge kill after a crit? Unbelievable. Unfortunately, everybody, that is, in fact, where I don't even know where I have it. There we go. That is the battle that will turn this death toll to 1. That close. That close. If we win the coin flip there and it targets Golduck, we've got it. Unfortunate, man. It was a range, too. It was a range. How? A mere child? A mere child crushed my cherished plan? What? This can't be! Ah, it's your fault. I won't forgive. There is no forgiving you. Grandmaster, we're done here. We should blow up Citydark Isle with the child still on it. Okay, Jesus Christ, my guy, what the fuck? Have some respect for Ursaring, alright? He just died. We need to do a memorial service. But if I did that, our shadow Pokemon data and our subordinates would be lost as well. Grandmaster, such things can be replaced. What? Alright, he's... Throw him into the volcano. That's it. Ursaring can be replaced, huh? Alright. We must ensure our own survival. I've readied a helicopter for our escape. We've got to leave now. You're right. Wait! Please wait. You're willing to sacrifice everyone so you can escape? You should be ashamed! Ashamed? Clinging to foolish pride will guarantee Cypher's demise. Cypher must survive. That is our first duty. The Grandmaster feels the same way. Yes. For Cypher's sake, sacrifices must be endured. No, they shouldn't. What do you say? The Shadow Pokemon Factory has been destroyed. XD001 was defeated. Nothing remains of Cypher. Silence! Cypher will live forever. If only this child hadn't... Grandmaster, please give the order to blow up Citydark Isle. Yes, it can't be helped. Don't begrudge us, child. Stop! Let's put a stop to this. Father, what is happening? Don't call him Father. Call him the Grandmaster. Father, you've lost sight of what is important. You got carried away by this whole Grandmaster nonsense. It isn't possible to take over the world by producing powerful Pokemon. Just think of this child. This child's pure heart won out over his XD001. We were in the wrong. Silence! 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 Why aren't you showing some spine? We've come so far! Cypher is finished. Father, you yourself should know that more than anyone. No. Now please, stand up. This is how it should be. The laws of the land will render judgment on what we have done. After everything I did, all of it was a mistake. Thanks to your courage, we were finally able to wake from our nightmare. Thank you. You'll have nothing to fear from us ever. You should return home to your family. Let us meet again, too. Next time we battle, it won't be as mortal enemies. I will look forward to it. Alright, this credits. Alright, cool. What are you gonna Nuzlocke next? Black and white would be a big challenge. So right now, the next challenge run we're gonna do is gonna be Bug Fables. It's not gonna be a Nuzlocke. It's gonna be a level 1 run of Bug Fables. I will come back to Pokemon at some point, but at least for the next 2 playthroughs, we will not be doing Pokemon-related stuff. But I will be doing an extra series on Thursday, now that we have finished the run. I will be doing all of the battle CDs. I did Mount Battle for Pokemon Coliseum, all 100 battles. So for XD, I'm going to do all the battle CDs, and that's where we're going to end. Put a nice, neat bow on this. Random is turning Pokemon into shadow Pokemon, like stealing their virginity. I have no idea. I have no idea. Also, it was in fact cinema right there, and Ursaring Sacrifice was definitely not for nothing. GG's, everybody. 1 death, and it was so brutal. We were so close. It was a 50-50, man. A 50-50 away from a win. A deathless win. If he coin flips Golduck there, we have it. Man. Unbelievably close. Unbelievably close. What the hell is Bug Fables? I've never heard of that. It's not really a known game. It's a game that is pretty much a love letter to the Paper Mario franchise, like the old Paper Mario, like the 64 and 1000 Year Door games. But it's a very good game. It's one of my favorites. And I've always wanted to do a challenge run on stream. Battle started so damn well. I know, man. That Shadow and Miss on that 40%. Oh my god. You can't make it up. We were that close. On the second to last turn. You should stick to Pokemon, not some random game no one cares about. I mean, for me, it's not about, like, sticking to, like, one niche. I just do challenge runs in general. Even before I did, like, the Pokemon stuff, I did Digimon, Crash Bash. People watched it. It was fun. If you don't want to stick around and watch Bug Fables, if you'd rather just stick to Pokemon stuff, then, you know, I will come back to it at some point. So you can stay tuned, or you can watch someone else play. Maybe there will be someone else who takes up the mantle and tries to do this run deathless. I'm not brave enough to do that one, but not at least with this current rule set. But also, I will have a video out sometime next week, hopefully, regarding the Pokemon Coliseum run I did a while back. And I will probably be making a video on this one, because this run was absolutely special. I'm so sad. I'm so sad that it's not a deathless run, but it was that close. It was that close. Man. Brutal to lose like that. Hello, Bonsley and Munchlax, who aren't even from Generation 3. And back to the title screen we go. Alright, so I promised it. Now that we have officially beaten the run, let me also load in, just to make sure I don't have to watch the credits again if I were to, like, reload that save file. Let me save again. Alright, let me save again. And now we're going to reload the save state. I want to just, for my own desire, I want to know how many tries would it take to get a deathless run. So we're going to keep loading the save state until we do this fight deathless. Just make sure that this was after I, like, had all the items and such set. Yep. Alright. Cool stuff. Let's do it. Alright. How many times do you think it's going to take? This is just for fun. This doesn't count. Ursaring is still unfortunately dead, and we'll pay a tribute to him in just a minute. Let's get through all this. All right, Lugia, I don't think you're gonna be much of a problem. Let's just get through you without any issue. Alright, let's see if we can get good luck going into the next phase. If we can get that that ride-on Shadow End miss again. Come on, attempt 2. Let's see if we can do it. Play the what if game. Alright. Fake out and facade. And let's see if Rhydon wants to be a hater or not. Maybe I should have made a save state at the beginning of this fight. Maybe that would have been better. Right? Like, make a save state like at the, like, because Lugia we can just skip past. They missed again, wow. Alright, we got that 77.75% chance of outspeed. Why is the chance of outspeeding like that? It's because Shadow Pokemon have random IVs and random nature, so factoring in the chance that it has either enough IVs to outrun or a plus speed nature with enough IVs to outrun, it's a 77.75% chance. My Ursaring unfortunately got a minus speed nature. Yeah. And if I was min-maxing from the beginning, I could have guaranteed it, but I was not, so obviously that was my fault. So I want to see, is there any chance that Articuno goes Sky here? Or is it only Tauros that goes Sky? Because this was another one. This was another pivotal turn. Tauros goes Sky. Tragic, man. Really? It could have gone Sky too? I'm back now. I just went out to do shopping. Oh, well, that's fine, Brett. Yeah, we've already completed the run at this point. We're just kind of playing for fun, seeing how many times it would take me to do this fight without losing a Pokemon. Brother. Yeah. Alright. So here was the other, like, this was the big one, right? This was the massive turn, right? All that had to happen was Golduck gets attacked, right? So let's see if luck's on our side on attempt 2. Yeah, Tauros goes hold. That's why I'm taking Tauros out so I can swap afterwards. Unbelievable. There's no way, man. There's no way the second try is gonna be death. There's no way. There's no way they're gonna do this to me. Are you kidding me? If Zapdos doesn't crit here, it's a win. I'm just telling you right now, Zapdos doesn't crit here, it's a win. Honestly, Golduck might be able to live it anyway. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? All right, I retire from Pokemon. What the? Why couldn't that have happened the first time? Unreal. Unreal. What just happened? The second try, we do a Deathless. It's the same exact sequence that happened for the first, like, 2 turns, except this time, Articuno went for Sky instead of Chill, which was huge, because then Golduck isn't, like, in crit with kill range. And then Zapdos targets Golduck instead of Ursaring, which gets blocked by Protect. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's literally the best possible fight you could ask for. Oh my god, man. Fuck this game, yeah. In Swimming, there's something called Tumble Turn. I'm gonna try and learn how to Tumble Turn soon. I wish you the best of luck. That's incredible. That is incredible, though. Oh my god. All right. Well, there's only one thing left to do. There's only one thing left to do. Only one thing left to do. And then this run is officially over. Olympic swimmers do tumble turns. Yeah, they have all sorts of techniques. They are another breed of human. They're incredible. This is insane. Holy shit. Do I really have to look at the PDA? I don't care. I don't care. I just, there's only one thing that I care about doing right now. I need a PC box. Where's the nearest PC box? Is it over here? It might be downstairs on the right side. Unless it's in this room? No, it's downstairs, I think. Yeah, okay. I see the healing station, so there has to be a box. Emulator, I need emulator. I need you to not do this right now. This is a very important time. I'm so sorry, Ursaring. A coin flip away, my guy. 50-50. But you did everything I needed you to do. You were incredible to the end. And you went out in quite literally a blaze of glory because you died to burn damage. But either way, you were awesome. And we will always remember your sacrifice, Ursaring. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the team. And there we go. Officially official. The run has ended. And Pokemon XD Hardcore Nuzlocke has been completed with just one tragic, but honestly kind of expected death. I don't think many people thought that I would even have a shot to do Greevil Deathless, but it came down to a coin flip, man. It came down to a coin flip. You can't make it up. What a ride it was, yeah. Absolutely. I would only tumble turn in freestyle, not backstroke, not breaststroke, and not butterfly, yeah. Either way. Thank you guys so much for watching. So on Thursday, we will be doing a kind of bonus thing of going through all the battle CDs. We'll see how interesting it is, right? We don't have to do all of them, right? If we can get through most of them, I'll be happy. But we'll see if I can get through all of them, you know. Either way, that's what we're going to do on Thursday. And then next week, I should be posting a video on Pokemon Coliseum. And we will start the new run of Bug Fables. We'll be taking a step back from Pokemon, and we will be moving on to do a completely different playthrough. And it'll be a fun time. And I hope anyone who wants to continue watching it, I would be more than happy to have you here. Otherwise, if you just were here for Pokemon, then it was nice having you. And I love this run. It was fantastic. My first ever attempt of doing this run. I honestly didn't think I would get this far, right? Like, at least for the fights to go as cleanly as they did. I think when I first did this run, or when I was like first theorizing this run, I predicted I was going to lose about 5 Pokemon by the end of the game. To only lose 1 is a very impressive accomplishment. I don't think many people can do that. That is very good. There was a lot of luck involved to get to that point, but hey, you take it where you can get it, right? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. It was a fantastic time. Thank you to Brett, Art, Dr. Lugia, Nick, anyone else who was here. You were all awesome, fun to talk to, made for a lively chat. And I will see you all next time.